in that sense, no pressure, Jason. Well, Storm Lake will get the kickoff. They'll send it down to the Humboldt end, and Osborne nearly turned it over right in front of his net. He does. It's going to be Rezillas chipping this one for Rios out in front. Got deflected away by Gould. Played this one back out to the center of the field, and Storm Lake picking up right where they left off and trying to press down. Battling in, deflected off the foot of Seasons, now sent back out to the center of the field. Duque with it controlling. He'll spin and turn, and Martinez will bring it back to his own end for two. Two for Nunez, and Nunez looking to establish something for Storm Lake. Storm Lake on top, just underway in half number two. It is a 6-0 lead for the green and white. Wolf is on top of it for Humboldt. They get a boot into it, and a high arcing ball sent down to the Storm Lake end, and two is the first one on it for Storm Lake. Two is going to find Skelly bringing this one across the center of the field. Dishes this one back for Mulgay, and Mulgay will get on top of it. Plays this one back out towards center. Martinez is on it. Martinez pushing this one forward for Scully. Scully up the right side of the field. Rodriguez looking to make the run. Coming up right wing side, well defended by Torres. He has to curl back. Plays it to the center of the field for Martinez. Now played back out towards center. And Humboldt on it, dishing this one across. Deflected off the foot of Gonzalez. He fights off Seasons and is able to stay with it. Plays this one down to the Storm Lake end, but Mulgay is able to get on top of it. Chip and chase this one away from Gonzalez. Curls back. And he's going to play this one for Nunez, the tornado sweeper, in his third year at the position. Plays this one back out toward the center of the field. Rezillas had on his foot for a moment, and then a touch pass from Duque got stolen away. Plays this one back out to the Humboldt end, taken right back by the green and white. Plays this one to Duque, taken away by Torres. And now a battle for the ball as Kevin back on top of it, fighting off Wolf. Torres picks his pocket, and they play this one back to the Storm Lake end. Trying to feed Estepanian, but Storm Lake in two back on top of it. Rezillas with it near the center of the field. He will cross it over to Scully in the far end. Scully looking to bring in, down deep. Chips this one across, a little too far in the stretch pass on net and glove by Osborne. So Storm Lake on top, 6-0. 2 minutes gone by here in half number two. So that again starting to peak out a misleading sunshine. It is a chilly day. Game time temperature about 43 degrees. Pushing this one ahead, Rezillas with it. Bumped off the play by Wolf, stays with it. Now sidesteps a defender. Pushing this one across. Here's Rios coming in offsides. He had the stretch, but just a little too far on it. Glad to have you with us here on the lawn and StormLakeRadio.com. First ever regular season broadcast of Tornado Soccer. And something that's going to continue all season long. Be sure to check out our broadcast schedule at StormLakeRadio.com. Go to the sports tab. Next Tuesday, we'll be in Hayward for the girl-boy varsity doubleheader against West Sioux. The Lakes Conference opener. There's a header on net, and Osborne couldn't corral it, and it poked away from him, and coming in to clean it up, Kevin Duque.
Kevin Duque ahí con su primer gol del partido. A ver, ahora Storm Lake ganando 7-0. Algo como les estaba diciendo hace un rato. Ahora con ese gol, Kevin Duque nomás les faltan 6 goles más para romper el récord aquí de Storm Lake por los más goles en toda una carrera. Entonces, a ver, el año pasado tuvo 30, apenas ahorita lleva uno más en esta temporada, faltan 6 más. Entonces, digo, me imagino que sí va a romper ese récord aquí en los próximos partidos, pero una última vez más les quiero recordar que ahora Storm Lake ganando 7-0 contra Humboldt.
Well, Kevin Duque gets it to go unassisted at the 2:55 mark to make it 7-0. For Duque, that is career goal number 60. And in case you're wondering, the Storm Lake all-time record is 66, set by Victor Aviles. Kevin led the team with 30 last year. That was a single-season record for Storm Lake soccer. He's already the all-time leader in assists, with now 27, as he added one today. That's deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be Storm Lake ball, bring it in on their own end. So Osborne was on top of that ball, and he was diving to the ground to try to make the save, and I think the ball just got popped free when he made contact with the ground, and Duque was out there all by his lonesome. Nobody was going to stop him once that ball popped loose. So 7-0 as Duque gets his first goal of the season, and once again only 6 away from becoming Storm Lake's all-time leader in that category. Played this one up the right wing side for two. Two defended by Gould. Will look to bring it back to the center of the field. He'll find Martinez. Martinez with 7 career goals against Humboldt in 2 games, but he's been held scoreless so far today. Mulgay with it, got deflected out, and played back toward the center of the field. Now coming across is going to be Wolf. That one gets by Nunez, but on net, and it's going to be covered up by Braden Hoops. So Ventura left the first half. He did not have any saves. There were no Humboldt shots on goal. Just 2 shots overall as Storm Lake player sent to the ground, and we'll get a whistle going against Humboldt, and Storm Lake set to send it away. So first time a Storm Lake goalie makes contact with the ball today.
You know, I'd credit Braden with the save right there.
Okay.
I'd give it to him for that.
Well, you're more generous than I am. It is a 7-0 lead for Storm Lake. 35-28 left to go here in the regulation. Half number 2, a 7-0 lead for the green and white. Played out toward the center of the field for Resillas. Resillas bringing this one across with Torres on him. Resillas holding, controlling, plays this one for Scully. Now back to Resillas, who's got 5 goals in the game. Plays this one up the right wing side and deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be Humboldt ball. Now it's going to be Storm Lake ball. Check that. So they'll play this one out from the center of the field and get set to throw it in the Storm Lake bench area. Storm Lake 7-0. And they'll get the set piece ready as we are under 35 to go here in this ball game. Storm Lake will be at Fort Dodge on Saturday. Varsity first at 1 o'clock, JV to follow at 2:30. And then a girl-boy doubleheader at Haywarden on Tuesday. 5 and 6:30 will be the start times for that. Gonzalez added the Storm Lake in briefly as Martinez back on top of it. Leave it for Nunez, but taken away by Wolf, and 2 is able to deflect that one out of bounds and went back off of Wolf, so it's going to stay with Storm Lake. 7-0 lead for the green and white. Don't forget to check out our broadcast schedule at stormlakeradio.com. The games on Tuesday will be video streamed. This will be live from Haywarden, and we look forward to having it for you right here at stormlakeradio.com and the one all season long. Seasons with a long stretch pass ahead. Now a foot race for the ball, and Osborne came well away from his net. Risky play, but it panned out for him as he kicks that one out of bounds. Storm Lake converging on the ball. I thought Mason had a beat on it, and Storm Lake wouldn't have been able to beat him out anyway, but Osborne took a risk, and thankfully for him, it paid off when he came away from his net. Scully with a touch pass, it'll go to Duquet, and Duquet will play this one on back for 2. 2 will look, hold and wait, now bring this one across out toward the center of the field. Here comes Duquet, a touch pass, it'll go to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez looking, and we'll get a whistle. And we have a hand check coming up against Humboldt. Storm Lake is going to set it up and send it toward the box. 33-20 left regulation time at 7-0 green and white. 5 first half goals from Gerardo Resillas, the story. So Storm Lake setting up to boot it onto the Humboldt end. You gotta watch these set pieces. It can be very dangerous, especially with a team like Storm Lake. Ranked 3rd in the preseason poll in Class 2A as 2 will get a boot on it. Low line drive headed by Seasons, and it went off target to the right wing corner. Scully odd angle centering pass and covered up by the netminder Osborne. So Storm Lake Humboldt, the season opener for the green and white. Humboldt is 0-1. We are at the 32.5-minute mark as Humboldt will play this one back out towards center, and that's going to steer out of bounds, and a tornado throw in coming. They do at the center. Now coming across going to be Duquet with a full head of steam. A drop pass for Rodriguez, poked away by Gould. Here come the green and white with 2 on it. And then we get a whistle as Rodriguez still on the ground after he took a fall. And 11 teammate Scully go over and check on him. He looks to be okay. We'll get some Humboldt subs coming into the next opportunity. Storm Lake. They'll set it up in the Humboldt end, send it down. Going to be deflected away by a Humboldt foot, but Seasons back on top of it. Taken away as Martinez tried to stretch a pass back, and the Wildcats on it, dishing this one ahead. Gonzalez for Estepanian. Play this one back for Torres. Torres will look, play it back Gonzalez, and Gonzalez trying to stretch it for Torres again, but 2 is there to intercept it and take it away as Gould got back in coverage. Gould goes sprawling as the ball goes out of bounds. Storm Lake on top of Humboldt by a score of 7-0. And we'll get a few subs coming in for the Wildcats, including a change in net. And coming in goal is going to be Zane Tinkin. He's a junior. And he'll replace Osborne. Joel Hader is going to get a few new bodies into the game, including a new netminder. We'll continue to set the lineup here as we go along. Storm Lake with it, coming in deep, and Tinkin's going to be tested right away as Rodriguez had a quick break, and Tinkin gets on top of it at the 31-minute mark. 7-0 green and white. So bringing this one across is going to be Storm Lake. It's going to be Duquet. It'll be for Mulgay, and got poked away into this Humboldt end. Here comes Gonzalez ripping a shot that went high and wide of the net, and well defended that time by Storm Lake, and the last man defender, that was Nunez. So the third shot of the game for Humboldt, none have gone on goal. 30 and a half minutes to go here in half number 2. We'll have a goal kick coming up for Hoops. They'll set it up on the left side. Storm Lake a 7-0 lead in their season opener. Class 2A rankings have Cedar Rapids Xavier on top, 6 of the 10 first place votes. Norwalk, the second place team, got the other 4 votes. They're the defending state champs. A Humboldt player, Torres, taken down. And we got a whistle against Rodriguez. So, and a card's going to be shown to Rodriguez.
Rodríguez ahí con la tarjeta amarilla. En realidad digo, no pude mirar muy bien lo que sucedió. Lo que sí miramos fue que, bueno, pues ahora un jugador de Humboldt estaba se había caído, se tropezó. Pero bueno, pues ahí Rodríguez con la primera tarjeta de todo el partido, a ver, terminando su tarjeta amarilla.
So Andy Rodriguez shown the yellow card. He's off for 5 minutes, and Magana is going to come back into the game for the green and white. Set piece coming up for Humboldt. And they'll look to rip this one. Sends a low line drive on net, and Hoops will make the save. First official shot on goal. A line drive. Hoops had to elevate, but didn't have to move left or right, and was able to make his first varsity save. Magana with it. He'll play this one up the right wing side for Scully. Scully center of the field for Duque. Duque looking to bring this one across. Push this one long stretch pass ahead. Too far though, and Tinkin's able to get on top of it. He had Rezilis all by his lonesome, but couldn't thread the needle cleanly enough. And Tinkin came away from his neck, got on top of it. Playing this one down is going to be Gonzalez behind almost all the defense. Edgar Nunez was there to clear it out, and he'll find Seasons. Seasons for Rios coming up the right wing side, brings it across the center line. Sidesteps one defender with the left foot, pushes one ahead for Rezilis. Jerry coming in on the left wing side, sidestepped a defender, got by the defense, chip pass ahead, Rios, he'll send this one back, should have pulled the trigger, a little too unselfish that time by Rios. He'll play this one back for Scully. He'll dish it to Magana, now back to Scully, looking to come in, sidestepping one defender, putting this one in the net, and Tinkin is going to glove it. Maybe a little too unselfish this time.
Alonso Ríos ahí con la oportunidad de quizás poner, meter otro gol ahí, digo, darnos la ventaja ahí con 8-0, pero bueno, pues a ver, pues falló ahí tantito, ¿verdad? Digo, tantito ahí para la derecha. No les quería recordar que, bueno, pues a ver, digo, esta presentación es presentada por varios negocios aquí locales en el área de Storm Lake. A ver, digo, nomás quiero anunciar unos 2 aquí rapidito. A ver, quiero mandar un gran saludito para los amigos aquí de Iowa Auto Sales. A ver, muchas gracias a ellos, al amigo Luis Trujillo. Recuerden de visitarnos, especialmente ahorita en esta temporada de las taxas, ahí para que vaya a recoger ustedes su próximo vehículo. Lo pueden visitar ahí al 322 West Milwaukee aquí en Storm Lake, o también puede llamar al 712-291-1835. Iowa Auto Sales, muchas gracias por su apoyo durante esta presentación. Ahora también quiero mandar un gran saludo para el amigo Francisco Chafino de Frank's Auto Repair, a ver, su mecánico de confianza, aquí ofreciendo ahí varios servicios para su vehículo, como soldadura, mofes, a ver, cambio de aceite, frenos, todo tipo de reparación de electrónica. Y bueno, pues a ver también reparación de llantas. Ahí él está localizado en el 201 West Road Street aquí en Storm Lake. También puede llamar al 712-660-2536. Ahí Frank's Auto Repair, también muchas gracias por su apoyo.
Duque with a shot that went steering wide of the net, and a goal kick for Humboldt, and they'll send it out to Mason, who got taken to the ground, and we'll get a whistle, and Humboldt going to have it up the right wing side and play this one all the way down. That one behind the Humboldt offense. Storm Lake's defense is there, and Nunez on it, misplayed the ball, nearly had it taken away by Estepanian, but Edgar's back on top of it. He'll find Martinez. Alvarado bringing it across the center of the field, and he will reverse it for Seasons coming up the left wing side. Sidesteps one defender. Seasons looking, poked away from him by Mason. Now it's going to be Mulgate playing this one back out toward the center of the field, and Scully is on it for Storm Lake, bringing it up right wing side. Chip pass ahead for Magana, too far for him, as Torres is on top of it for the Wildcats. Torres sidestepping a defender, got poked out of bounds. Magana, good job coming up and defending, deflects it out of bounds off of Torres, and Storm Lake is going to get a throw in deep in Humboldt territory. 26:40 to go in half number 2. And Storm Lake on top by a score of 7-0. 2 with the ball. 2 looking to bring it up. Splits a couple of defenders coming in right wing side. Chip this one down past Beach. 2 is on it. He'll look to center a pass, and that went out of bounds wide of the net. And it will be a goal kick coming up for Tinkin and Humboldt, trailing 7-0 here in the season opener for Storm Lake.
A ver, Humboldt ahorita con la pelota, 26 minutos nos queda de acción, señoras y señores, aquí en este partido. Storm Lake ahorita ganando con la ventaja de 7-0 aquí en este partido. A ver, digo, nomás quiero leer la lista aquí. A ver, obviamente Gerardo Rosiles, a ver, con 5 goles, Andy Rodríguez con 1 y después Kevin Luque con el último gol de este partido. Entonces, a ver, con eso tenemos el total de 7-0 en la pizarra. Y bueno, todavía nos quedan unos 25 minutos de acción aquí en este día.
Storm Lake with it, and bringing this one back is going to be Rios. In his own end, looking to bring it across the center line, poked away by Gonzalez, the right to Seasons, and then taken away by Mason, sent right back by Nunez, down to the Humboldt end, on net. Tinkin is going to glove it. He's going to look to boot this one away. 25-32 left to go, regulation time. It is a 7-0 lead for Storm Lake over the Humboldt Wildcats in the Tornado season opener. Humboldt 0-1 after dropping their opener Monday night, 4-3 in overtime against Greene County. Plays this one to the far end, and Duque and Storm Lake got back on top of it, regains possession. It'll be Rios playing this one back for Seasons. Seasons will find Martinez. Martinez looking to flip the field. He'll find Two bringing this one across. Long stretch pass. It'll go to Magana. Touch pass for Scully coming up right wing side. Scully looking for an option. Lost the handle on it. It goes steering out of bounds. And Humboldt's going to get the throw to come their way. Storm Lake will be at Fort Dodge on Saturday, and then open up Lakes Conference play on Tuesday when we visit Hayward to take on West Sioux. That'll be a girl-boy doubleheader at 5 and 6:30. It'll also be our first broadcast of Storm Lake girls soccer. It'll be our next broadcast overall of Tornado soccer. It'll be video streamed at our website, stormlakeradio.com. As the throw-in taken away by Skelly, looking to push this one forward and deflected back down by the Wildcats into the Storm Lake end, but we get a whistle. And this one's going to come back into the Humboldt end as the Storm Lake player went sprawling. That was Scully, a little slow to get up, but he's up and walking it up. He looks like he's going to be okay and stay in the game. 24:09 to go, half number 2. A 7-0 lead for Storm Lake in the season opener.
Nomás les queremos recordar que Storm Lake regresará aquí a la acción el sábado, pero esta vez van a estar en Fort Dodge, arrancando la acción a eso de la 1 de la tarde para que nos vayan a apoyar allá. Sé que, bueno, pues a ver, queda medio retirado, ¿verdad? Tipo una hora de viaje, pero bueno, pues ahí para que le vaya a echar la porra a los muchachos de aquí de Storm Lake. Otra vez les quiero recordar que están en acción ahí para este sábado a la 1 de la tarde en Fort Dodge.
Martinez is going to play this one back for Nunez, the sweeper. He'll find Mulgay on the left side. Mulgay will dish this one across. Duque enters the Humboldt zone. Taken away, though, by Mason. Fed it right back to Duque. And Kevin looking to curl around, looking for help. Wolf on him, and he's going to send it on over to Scully. Scully will wait. He'll turn and he'll give it to Martinez, and Martinez will curl this one back. Martinez will look and push this one across back for Nunez, and Nunez will look to bring it across the center line. Storm Lake on top, 7-0. Pushes this one ahead for Duquesne, got poked away from him by Wolf, and back on top of it is going to be Torres pushing this one to Tornado end, but right to Mulgay. Mulgay pushing this one up left wing side. It's going to be Seasons. Seasons coming across, dishing this one ahead for Magana. Stretch pass too far for him, and it's going to be taken away by Torres in the Humboldt end. Chips this one high out toward the center line, and Mulgay on top of it, gets a head on it, and he's going to push this one across, looking to attack. Try to sidestep a defender in Wolf, but Torres is going to come away with the steal of the pass. Pushing this one ahead from Metzger, now back for Torres. He'll cross the center line into the Tornado end, and Seasons with the slide, got a foot on it, and he's going to get it on to the foot of Martinez, who curls around with Gonzalez on him. Gonzalez, their leading scorer this year and a year ago. Always dangerous in the front side. Estepanian trying to get it by the Tornado defense, but it's going to be Nunez on top of it, looking to curl around, and gets that one out of the reach of Deisberg. Got deflected out, and it's going to be off Humboldt, the official says. So Storm Lake's going to get the throw in deep in their own territory, leading 7-0 with 22:10 left to go in half number 2.
Humboldt los últimos en tocar la pelota. Ahí ahora el árbitro está diciendo que Storm Lake va a recibir la pelota aquí en la esquina del lado de su cancha. A ver, entonces, a ver, Storm Lake ahorita va a aventar la pelota. A ver, ¿qué podemos hacer aquí con esto? Con esta oportunidad. A ver, todavía nos quedan 21 minutos y 50 segundos para ser exacto aquí durante este partido. Bueno, entonces todavía nos quedan bastantes minutos aquí para disfrutar de esto. Otra vez, nomás les quiero recordar que Storm Lake ganando ahorita 7-0 sobre Humboldt.
It was Deisberg who got a foot off the inbounds as it went to Beach and played back out, and Mason did not time his jump right. It goes by him back into the Humboldt end. Resillis is on it for Storm Lake. He's got 5 goals already tonight. Pushing this one ahead, deflected, that'll go out of bounds. And we're going to get a throw in coming for Humboldt as it went off Resillis near the center line. Throws this one in. A battle for it, deflected out of bounds. Rios was in the area. They're going to say, though, it went off of Gonzalez. No, they aren't. They're going to say it does go off of Rios. So Gonzalez is going to get the throw-in gunning in the tornado half of midfield. 21-minute mark, regulation time, 7-0 Storm Lake on top. Off ahead, it was Mulgay. He's going to play this one for Duque, and Duque is going to flip the field to the right side for Scully. Scully back toward the middle for Duque, who looks to bring this one across. Stretch pass intercepted by Torres. Torres sidestepping Rios on the play. Places one up right wing side. Gonzalez enters the tornado end. He's intercepted by Mulgay. Mulgay pushing this one ahead and deflected near the center of the field. It's going to be Rezilis off the chest of Torres, and he's bent over in pain. They play on. Pushing this one down into the Storm Lake end. Nunez is on it with the left foot, and Nunez took contact, nearly bumped off the play. Humboldt player still down on the ground, and Storm Lake's just kind of waiting for a whistle, and Edgar's going to kick it out of bounds so they can give him time to get up and recover. But that was a Humboldt player. Estepani initiated the contact. He was the one that went falling, and Edgar's going to play that one out of bounds, give him time to get up. Don't want to see any kind of injury risk in a 7-0 game. I like that out of Edgar. They played this one ahead and got stolen away. Here comes Humboldt coming into the Storm Lake end defensively. It's going to be Mulgay on it, pokes it away, and he's going to find Duque. Taken away from him by Beach as they come in on the right wing side. Plays this one out toward the point. Humboldt looking for an attack, looking to whip a shot on goal. That one's poked high in the air, and it's going to go steering weak and wide of the net. Hoops is on it anyway, and he'll glove it over toward the left side of his goal box. So he'll hold and wait for Storm Lake to get set up offensively. A low line drive kick from Hoops with the 19:30 mark of half number 2 sent right back in by Bull. 7-0 Storm Lake on top of Humboldt. They have limited the Wildcats to one shot on goal. It's going to be Duque bringing this one across, off the head of Rios, kept back to the Storm Lake end. Now a long stretch pass ahead and a foot race for the ball. Able to save from going out of bounds is going to be Seasons, the defenseman. Seasons looking to center a pass. Coming in, it's going to be Rezilis. Finds Duque at the top of the circle. Duque looking, deflected, pass goes steering, and into the net. How? Kevin Duque gets the bounce to go. It went deflecting, I think, off a Humboldt player, and it completely fooled the netminder Tinkin. It goes in for Duque's second goal of the game.
Digo, no sé ni cómo explicar este último gol aquí de Kevin Duque. A ver, digo, con eso la pizarra ahora marca 8-0, pero como les digo, no sé ni cómo explicarlo. A ver, lo que alcancé a mirar, Kevin Duque llevaba la pelota, la batió, como que rebotó con un jugador de Humboldt, y lo próximo que miramos es que la pelota estaba ahí, ya había anotado. Entonces digo, fue medio raro esa jugada. En realidad no la miramos muy bien, pero bueno, pues a ver, Kevin Duque acaba de anotar su segundo gol del partido. Ahora tenemos la ventaja de aquí de 8-0 Storm Lake sobre Humboldt. Entonces a ver, ya con ese gol, Kevin Duque no nos queda, nomás le faltan 6 goles más para romper el récord de aquí de Storm Lake por el récord de más goles en toda una carrera.
Time of the goal is 20:55. Duque his second, assist from Rezilis and Seasons. It's an 8-0 lead for the green and white. And looking to bring this one across is Humboldt, looking to answer with Volt. He'll send a header that's going to go steering out of bounds. And we'll have a goal kick coming up for Storm Lake. Second goal of the season for Storm Lake's Kevin Duque. And he's now got 61 for his career. And again, milestone watch. He is 5 away from becoming Storm Lake's all-time leader in goals scored. Again, the record is 65, and that was set by Victor Aviles. 8-0 lead for Storm Lake at the 18-minute mark, and Hoops will send this one a low line drive, and it goes right to Gonzalez, but then it's going to be taken away by Nunez. Out toward the center of the field, pushing this one across is going to be Rezilis, taken away by Torres. A nice spin move as he keeps possession into the tornado half. But getting on top of the ball is going to be Rodriguez, deflected, saved from going out of bounds by Scully, but it's into the Humboldt area, and Metzger had it cleared out by Nunez. Edgar comes up, sends it into the tornado bench, and we'll get a throw-in coming for the Wildcats. Storm Lake on top, 8-0, 17.5-minute mark, and now a long stretch pass ahead for Storm Lake, but offsides is going to be called as they've got AWAT 2 behind the defense, but not onside. Season opener for Storm Lake. Humboldt, their second game. They play their first 4 on the road. They were at Greene County on Monday night. After this, they will be at Webster City Monday, then at Fort Dodge on Thursday, before finally playing a home game when they will host Clear Lake a week from tomorrow night. Humboldt 8-9 a season ago. 8 wins, tied the school record for wins in a single season. With it, it's going to be Duarte who checked in. That hops his foot and goes out of bounds. Now a long stretch pass. Estepani coming in, left wing side, got deflected away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Humboldt, it appears, and they're going to get a corner kick coming. It's going to be Estepanian to do the honors as blue and white jerseys alike are going to flood the box. Humboldt's going to play up a little bit. They're not as confident in their ability to head the ball, and now Estepanian's not going to do the honors. Instead, he's going to come out and look for a deflection. Coming in to do it is going to be Lopez Barranco. And he'll send a low line drive and got deflected away. And Braden Hoops is able to come away with the save. So they're making it work a little bit. Second shot on goal for Humboldt. Hoops is able to make a second save, and he'll play this one back out towards center. It's going to be Scully with it, and Scully is going to find Brian Munoz. Munoz back for Mulgay, and Mulgay has not seen the bench thus far in the game. He's not going to see a whole lot of it this season. And with it, looking to bring it across is going to be Munoz, but a Humboldt player went sprawling, and that's why we get the whistle and the stoppage in play. And Humboldt was looking for a card. They're not going to get this one. Storm Lake's got one yellow card. Andy Rodriguez picked it up earlier in the half. 15:45 to play here in half number 2. It's an 8-0 Tornado lead. Lucas Wolf will look to set it up and drive one on net from his half the field. Low line drive. Got over the Humboldt offense, and Edgar Nunez got a head on it. Plays this one back out. Rodriguez on it. Bumped off the play by Wolf. And Beach had it on his foot for a moment, but then we get a whistle as there was a little bit too much contact for the officials' liking. 8-0 lead for Storm Lake at the 15:20 mark of half number 2. And the officials are letting them know that he needs to get cleaned up. We'll have Storm Lake subs coming in here at the next opportunity. The warnings have been given out. It's going to be Storm Lake ball. They'll set it up from their own side of the field. And it's going to be Edgar Nunez to do the honors as Geisberg is back into the game for Humboldt. Storm Lake on top, 8-0 in the season opener. 15:17 to play here in half number 2. You'll have 5 new Tornadoes entering the game at the next opportunity. Deflected pass, and now the Wildcats back on top of it with Metzger. It'll go to Wolf, plays this one into the Tornado end, but Mulgay is right there to take it away. Rodriguez with it near the center of the field, and will get called for a handball. So Humboldt's going to look to send it down from the Tornado half the field, just 2 feet beyond the center line. Again, 5 new Tornado players set to check into the next opportunity. And 1 for Humboldt, and that's Gould looking to come in. It's going to be Nunez on top. They'll play this one back out, but does not get the clear. Humboldt will send it into Metzger. Metzger taken away by Rodriguez. He'll find Rios. And Rios with a chip down. Now foot race for the ball. One-on-one with Rosilis coming in. Got behind the defense. Rios looking. Torres on him looking to shield. Shot goal! Gerardo Rosilis with his 6th of the game. And Storm Lake leads it 9-0.
Gerardo Rosilis ahí anotando sus... Bueno, pues a ver, su gol número 6. El 6º, ¿verdad? Entonces ahí está. Digo, pues... En realidad, digo, este muchacho tiene de todo, está ofreciendo de todo. A ver, digo, lo que he notado también, digo, le gusta compartir la pelota. A ver, ya con eso nos está dando la ventaja. Hay 9-0 los Tornados aquí de Storm Lake. Obviamente, pues a ver, van ganando con 14 minutos y 27 segundos nos quedan aquí durante este partido. A ver, también algo que les quiero recordar, a ver, digo, una nueva regla que empezaron aquí en el estado de Iowa el año pasado. A ver, si un equipo va ganando por 10 puntos, obviamente ahí tiene que terminar el partido. Entonces, a ver, digo, no sé qué va a llegar primero. Si llega al fin del partido, todavía nos quedan unos 14 minutos, o quizás lleguenos a anotar otro gol aquí ya para sellar esto y mandarnos a todos aquí a la casita, digo, a disfrutar de lo calientito que tenemos ahí, ¿verdad? Entonces, a ver, una última vez, amigas y amigos, les quiero recordar que este partido es patrocinado por varios negocios locales aquí de Storm Lake. Gracias por apoyar aquí a los Tornados en esta temporada. Quiero mandar un último saludo aquí a los amigos de Tienda Sharon número 2, con 2 localizaciones, una en Denison y acaban de abrir una aquí en Storm Lake. Ahorita en enero están ofreciendo ahí servicios ahí para activación de teléfonos, también envíos de dinero, al igual que ropa deportiva, ropa casual, zapatos deportivos, también todo eso. A ver, también pueden activar su teléfono ahí con este servicio de Page Plus, H2O, Net10 y muchos más. También pueden reparar ahí teléfonos, pantallas ahí de tabletas, computadoras, televisiones, lo que usted quiera, ahí se lo pueden reparar. Tienda Sharon número 2. También quiero mandar un gran saludito para los amigos ahí de Maximum Travel Service. Hay un nuevo negocio local aquí de Storm Lake. Apenas acaban de empezar ahí el servicio. Ahí para más información pueden llamar a Isabel Sánchez ahí al 712-730-2134. Ellos en realidad sí están ofreciendo demasiado ahí de la construcción. Entonces hay Maximum Travel Service. Y también el último, a ver, un gran saludo para los amigos de La pupusería La Original, abierto los 7 días a la semana. Recuerde visitarlos al 1516 West Milwaukee, aquí en Storm Lake, o también puede llamar al 712-749-9928. Muchas gracias a ellos, a todos los negocios que están patrocinando esta presentación de los tornados aquí en Storm Lake.
Takeaway for Storm Lake deep in the Humboldt end, and then bumped off the play by Mason, who's going to come away with a steal. Storm Lake on top, 9-0. Resillis the goal, his 6th. Assist to Rios, his 3rd. Time of the goal came at 25:33. 9-0 for Storm Lake. And now the next goal is going to be crucial. Humboldt needs it if they want to continue to keep this game alive. And Storm Lake can end the game early. It would be a 10-goal lead in the second half, and that would call for the game to be halted per the rule the Iowa High School Athletic Association implemented last season. Storm Lake beat Humboldt 17-1 2 years ago on this field. That can't happen tonight. They'll play this one deep into the right wing corner. Now looking to curl around is going to be Gonzalez. He's bumped off the play, has it taken away from him by Nunez, who looked to flip the field once again. 9-0 Storm Lake on top. 6 goals from Gerardo Resillis in the season opener. With it is going to be Rodriguez pushing this one up, right wing side. It's going to be Duarte playing this one back for Romo. Storm Lake going to the bench and getting everybody some good playing time here today, as that's going to be deflected out of bounds off Torres, and it's going to stay with Storm Lake in their own end. 11.5 minutes to play here in half number 2. 9-0 Storm Lake on top. It's been a very good season opener thus far for Storm Lake. With the ball and bringing it back is going to be Carlos Munoz up the left wing side, and he'll chip this one down into the Humboldt end. Storm Lake is on top of it. The Humboldt player went falling, looked for a call, did not get one. Mason is back on top, and he's had a good game from his right back spot for Humboldt, and he'll chip it down into the Storm Lake end. Nunez, the tornado sweeper, is on it. Pushing this one ahead for Munoz, taken away from him by Estepanian, coming in deep. One-on-one with Nunez is the last line of defense, and he's able to cut him off. Estepanian goes falling, and Storm Lake doesn't like the call. The crowd reacts to it, but we're going to say Nunez took down Estepanian, and we'll see what we get out of this. But well defended by Edgar. I know Estepanian is going to get a golden opportunity. We'll see what we get out of this.
Hay el árbitro diciendo que el jugador de Humboldt, Julio Estepanian, fue tropezado por el jugador de aquí de Storm Lake, a ver, Núñez, sería Edgar Núñez. Obviamente aquí a toda la gente que está mirando aquí el partido no le gustó la llamada en esa jugada. Dicen que en realidad no estaba muy bien. Entonces, a ver, estamos aquí preparándonos a ver a Humboldt con la pelota.
We'll get a penalty kick coming up. Estepanian is going to get one-on-none with Braden Hoops, the Tornado netminders. Estepanian approaches, rips it, and he got it to go through, yes? Yes, he does. So Estepanian is able to beat him on the short side, so the penalty will lead to a penalty kick, and the shot will be made by Julio Estepanian, the Humboldt junior. Did not have a varsity goal a season ago, but he gets one right here, and it gets the Wildcats on the board with 10:45 to play.
Julio Estepanian de Humboldt acaba de anotar el primer gol de Humboldt ahí con ese penalti ahí. Entonces, a ver, la pizarra ahora marca 9-1. Ahora todavía tenemos la ventaja aquí nosotros aquí de Storm Lake con 10 minutos, 35 segundos nos quedan en este partido. Ahora una vez más les quiero recordar 9-1. A ver, Julio Estepanian de Humboldt acaba de anotar el primer gol de Humboldt en este partido.
So off the penalty kick, it's going to be Estepanian with his first of the year. Time to goal 29-15, and Storm Lake answers right back. Coming in deep and able to get it go through. I think that's Marcos Rosales.
Brian Munoz.
Check that. It's going to be Munoz. Brian Munoz gets his first goal in his first varsity game, and it's 10-1 Storm Lake with 10:21 to play.
Brandon Muñoz dice que él no estaba tan feliz con ese penalti que le anotaron acá, entonces él quiere responder ahí con un gol de parte de él. Entonces, a ver, su primer gol de esta temporada. Entonces, a ver, con esto los tornados ahorita llevan todavía la ventaja 10-1, señoras y señores. Entonces, a ver, nos quedan 10 minutos de jugar. A ver, no, pero Storm Lake puede sellar aquí este partido con un gol más ahí en la pizarra. A ver, entonces Brandon Núñez ahí con ese gol.
So Storm Lake answers right back. Time of the goal is 29-48. Brian Munoz with his first varsity goal in his first varsity game. Awatu got the assist. So 10-1, Storm Lake on top. And 2 with it now. They'll find Romo coming in on the right wing side. Romo looking, bringing it up, curling in the right wing corner. That one dished across, going to be deflected back out. And it's going to be sent out of bounds. So Storm Lake's got a throw in coming deep in the Humboldt end. 9:39 to play. Storm Lake can win it with a goal. 10-1 is our score. The Tornadoes on top of Humboldt. Rosilis with it. He'll play it back for two. Two looking, dishes this one across out towards center. On the foot of Marcos Rosales, plays this one back out toward the center of the field. And Estepanian is back on top of it. He has the lone Humboldt goal. And he went sprawling, and he's slow to get up. And it bounces off him. That's going to be played back out toward the center of the field. Nunez is on it. He'll play this one ahead for Duque. Duque looking and holding and waiting. Duque is going to play this one on back for two. Back for Duque coming up right wing side. Duque sidesteps one defender, not a second. This is played back out toward the center of the field. Hopping the foot of one Tornado defender, but not a second as Nunez is on top of it. And he's going to bring it in. Edgar is going to look to come up and attack with a 9-goal lead. Edgar splitting a few defenders, went falling. Duque coming in deep. Duque looking across, shot, goal, and that's a winner. Kevin Duque with the hat trick, and that's going to send us home early. 11-1 is our